Let us know if you like it. We want to hear from you. At Sirius in the Heat. We're on all socials.
What's up, y'all? Happy hump day. For me, at least. I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but today is Wednesday. So it is officially a hump day for me. I hope you all are super good when you see this. I'm leaving work a little later than usual because my office is a circus. That is correct. You heard me correctly. My office is a circus right now. I was just talking to Leah. I was telling her, yo, I used to love my job. Like, my job was so dope. Like, the things that I have been allowed to do and see, and the privileges that my job has allowed me to have in these streets. Love my job. Child. It is so crazy how things can change so easily. You crossing? Oh, man. What you doing? I don't love my job anymore, you guys. I don't. I really do. Come on, baby. Get on the sidewalk. You're not even looking. Poor thing. I do not love my job. Listen, even with all of that being said, I will still say that I am appreciative to have had a career in my field this long and have loved it all this long time. And I really consider my career at this point to be countdown to retirement. I told y'all, 10 years is the max that I'm staying at the job or less. It most likely will be less, but 10 years is the max at this point. And them years are gonna go by so quickly. The amount of years that I already have been at my job has gone by so quickly. So another 10 years, child, that's gonna fly by. But that is really that is really where we are at this point. It's just so crazy. It's just so much going on. I really wish I could be specific with you guys and give y'all a little bit more details, and I can't. It's sensitive information and certain things I can't say. So I'll just give y'all the real brief summary of it's crazy and it's a circus right now. And I have to not stress myself about things that are not in my control. And I feel like that's a good tip for everybody, you know, because I feel like a lot of us, my cousin is one of them, going through some things right now at her job, and she's in management as well. Like, listen, we can only do what we can do. We can't change the world, and when you don't have certain power, you can't stress yourself. Do what you could do, and that's it. Y'all, it's daylight at 6 o'clock. It's 5:55, so we're just gonna say it's 6 o'clock. Daylight savings time has come around, even though that shit made up, but it is daylight now, so we gained an hour of daylight, and we're gonna have, I forget the breakdown, but we're gonna be gaining more daylight as the time goes on into spring. But let me tell y'all, the first day of daylight savings, I was off. I was thrown off because I did not realize that the time had changed, and I was bugging. Like, the day had just got away from me, and it ended up being later than what I thought. I had so much going on that day. At the actual day that the time changed, and I was like, wait, what time is it? Like, I was struggling with the time. I was struggling with the time change on that day. But anyway, y'all, I got a few things to talk about. We're gonna do a little chit-chat, car chit-chat on my way home, and this will kind of help me also. I was gonna say debrief, because that's kind of what terminology we use in my office, but this will kind of help me purge some of the, you know, the nonsense that's going on at the job. I love to do these little, you know, talky things that's fun and interesting. And like trendy topics, right? What's going on in these streets. That's basically what I named my my new little talkie talk series, is what's going on in these streets. That's the name of it. So I'll make this the official one. This is what's going on in these streets #1. So y'all, let's get into it. First topic we're going to talk about is Blueface and Chrisean. Okay, so if you are on social media and you follow any type of social media, these two young people have been on the radar for a little minute. And y'all just heard in my last vlog, or I put the vlog up here, I think it was the last one I uploaded. No, because the last one I uploaded was my Las Vegas vacation day 1. So the vlog before that, I kind of briefly talked about Chrisean announcing that, you know, she was pregnant. She says that it's Blue's baby. And I said, you know, the situation is hella toxic. She wasn't taking care of herself. He wasn't taking care of himself or her. You know, they're constantly fighting and being abusive to each other, verbally, physically. He's disrespectful. Like, it's just a bad situation to bring a baby into, right? And everybody has their opinion. You know, some people are like, oh, well, a baby will change a person. Should you have to bring a baby into the world to change you? Like, that's not fair to that baby. Like, come on, let's just have some real talk here. Babies are not to be brought into the world to fix your problems. Like, you should have some, you know, some sanity. First of all, Chrisean is dealing with a lot of PTSD, clearly, and you know, mental things going on. They think it's cute to have like this whole toxic social media world life or whatever, because they're getting paid, because people live off of this shit. People thrive off of, you know, other people's drama and pain, and we sit back and we watch and we laugh and we talk or whatever. It just is what it is. It's just how our society is set up. But that doesn't make it right. These are actual human beings, actual people that have to live these lives, actual babies being born into this nonsense. So let's just keep it real. So I had mentioned that, and then not even 2 weeks later, Blue gets online. I saw it online, and Leah also sent it to me, saying like he don't want her. Like,
this to do the goddamn laundry for about a month now. Oh yeah, I tell her it's not that hard, baby. Look, or if you separate the clothes every day and just do a load a day, it'll be less work. But if you just let the seam bleed all year long, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm supposed to deal with this. Somebody said get a housekeeper or a maid. What's the point of having a bitch? I gotta get a housekeeper or a maid. This her closet. Don't even put your clothes in mine, because you just too like bleeding. I hate to bleed the like this, but she don't listen to me, so she might listen to y'all. Y'all might be able to tell her like, yo, just fix this type of shit. This is crazy. Baby diaper finna be shit as hell. I can see it now. Baby diaper we finna have a doo-doo baby. Oh yeah, I done already chalked it up. It's 8 out of 10 chance it's mine. I ain't gonna lie. Didn't beat me, Aki. It's 8 out of 10. Feel me? Them odds is pretty high. So you people on here that's like, I thought you said it wasn't your baby. I ain't stupid. I've been fucking the bitch. There's a good chance. It's a 20% chance it's not my baby, but it's an 80% chance it is. Oh yeah, and we know the odds. You hear me? So like, y'all be more realistic on this motherfucker. I'm scared, y'all. Y'all being way too out of like, you feel me? If I can go to 0 out of 10 chance and we get to, you know, go to the chop shop and see the mayor, I pretty much prefer that for me and the other prospects. Yeah, nobody want no doo-doo baby. Diaper dirty as hell.
He don't even believe the baby's his. Calling her all type of skanks, you know, like she sleep around, she slept with all these people, he don't trust her, you know, he don't even want the baby, you know what I mean? And this girl, he has done this numerous times. The girl has said herself that she has had so many abortions. Like, come on, sis. Like, I know that she needs help. Clearly, anybody looking at this girl, they should stop exploiting her pain and the damage that is done to her and get her some serious help instead of giving her a show and a social media platform and buying her liquor so she could talk and make a fool of herself, because that's really what it is. Okay? Call me big sis, auntie, whatever you want. That's just what the situation is. The media, social media, and all these platforms, they are exploiting both of them for profit. These poor young people, I won't even say poor young people, because they have a part to play in it too. They know what they're doing, right? And, you know, she needs help. She really does. And the boy Blue, he needs help too. His mama crazy as I don't know what. Gorgeous One Meek, I remember leaving a comment, you know, saying the mama crazy as hell. She be thinking that damn Blue's her man. I just find it so strange. Like, what? But yeah, the mama's a problem. You could clearly see that that whole relationship is weird and, you know, needs some therapy too. But, you know, it's sad because this girl, in her mind somehow, talking about Chrisean, maybe she thought that he was eventually gonna get himself together, but the ninja done told you. He done told you, and he even said it himself, like, I done told you I don't want you. I done told you that this is business. I done told you that I'm just hitting that coochie. Like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to wife you. I don't want a baby with you. But she think it's cute. You know, I had all these abortions, and now you want to keep this one or these. Some people say it's twins. I don't know. She posted a picture looking like it's a baby bump. His mom is claiming cat, saying that she not really pregnant. She poking the belly out. Other people say she not pregnant. I don't know whether she's pregnant or not, but she is saying that she's pregnant. I think she produced some pregnancy tests, if I'm not mistaken. But listen, all of us gonna have to do a freaking prayer circle, because child, those two people are they need healing. They need healing. They are just damaged. And, you know, if she brings this baby into this situation that is just not a good situation for her, and he already telling you that he loved his baby mama, that's who he wanted to have kids with, he was happy. He posted a listen, a ninja posted a video of his baby mama. It says how happy he was when she told him she was having another kid, and he was like, if you don't get this reaction, then you know I don't want no baby with you. Like, ooh, that has got to hurt. That has got to hurt, especially because Chrisean, to me, she seems to really love Blue and really think that this is her ninja. But baby, like, he don't want you like that, and you cannot keep allowing a man to dog you out and you stay and stick around and you think it's gonna get better. It's not, because men do what you allow them to do. Okay, so all this, oh, all men do this, all men do that, all men ain't shit. No. Men will do what you allow them to do. They know exactly how far they can go, what you're gonna forgive, what you're not gonna forgive, what you're going to be okay with, and oh, if you buy me a bag, if you pay a bill, she good. They're just gonna keep doing this shit. Like, you have to know as a woman, what is your cutoff, what are your boundaries, what are you not gonna deal with, because there's a bunch of women out here that ain't putting up with that shit, and there's a bunch of women who are, and the men figure out which woman's playing which role and will continue to treat you as such. That's just real shit. Like, so she gonna either have to figure it out and, you know, be on her own, or maybe he'll have a change of heart. I don't know. I just feel like it's just a sad, toxic situation, and a ninja getting on a public social media platform and dogging you out every chance he gets, and you right back up in his bed, you right back up and, oh, that's my baby, like, no. Say y'all prayers for her. Put Chrisean and Blue in the prayer circle. So did y'all see on the news, y'all, that the government is finally admitting that there are aliens.
Government report is raising eyebrows across the country, especially among anyone interested in extraterrestrials. Our Alexandra Limon has the story.
Physicist and Harvard professor Avi Loeb says there's a possibility humans aren't the only civilization in the universe.
Whether we live in such a reality or not is not a philosophical question. We just have to look out.
Loeb teamed up with the Pentagon office that investigates unidentified aerial phenomenon, and they released this draft report that indicates it is possible. Specifically, Loeb thinks the first interstellar object spotted passing through our solar system in 2017 that was given the name Oumuamua could be an extraterrestrial mothership. Loeb says Oumuamua didn't have the characteristics you'd find in meteors or other known objects.
As big as Oumuamua, which was football field size, is a mothership.
Smaller ships or probes to study our solar system after spending a long time to get here.
With chemical rockets, it takes less than 1 billion years to traverse the entire Milky Way galaxy.
Loeb says if Oumuamua was a ship, there likely wasn't life on it. Instead, he believes it could have been operated by artificial intelligence.
An artificial intelligence system that stays dormant for that period and just gets activated when it comes close to its target.
Out there. Now, I have always been of the mind that there's no way in this world that we are the only things that exist. I mean, it's just impossible. Do you know how big this universe is? Like, there's just no way in the world that we are the only beings that exist. I don't know. Like, you have to kind of have an open mind in this world because none of us know what really is what. But the government for years has had so much evidence of, you know, unidentified spacecraft and sightings and things like that, and it's all like classified information. Trump, I think, was the first president. You got to give Trump his credit. He was the first president to come out and say, oh yeah, there's some aliens out here, but you know, I'm not at liberty to say, but one day if I'm in power, I will release the classified information. He did say that. And they got his ass up out there quick fast. But yeah, if I find the video, I'll link it down below. If you guys did not see it, they are finally admitting there is some sort of aliens, mothership, or whatever, hovering over Earth, and will possibly be sending some probes or whatever down. Child, y'all ready for it? I mean, can this world get any more crazy than it already is? I don't know. Maybe the aliens will come here and clean up some shit because we dealing with a lot of stupid shit here. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll come and help clean up some stuff. I don't know. But let me know if y'all heard about that. And if not, check the video out and tell me what your thoughts are. All right. So also, President Biden, within the last week or so, has considered banning TikTok from U.S. users. Now, any government, like federal government, state government, certain positions, certain jobs, you are not allowed to download TikTok on your phone because of security issues. Like, TikTok is not safe, you guys. I don't have TikTok. I will never have TikTok, but it's also because of my position. It's very, I mean, I can't go too deep, but you can do your own research. It's not really governed by the U.S., which is another reason I'm sure they want to ban it. Because, who was I talking? Leah, we were talking about this too. Because the U.S. doesn't have control over the information and the images and your likeness. They're copying your faces and all that shit and saving it into databases. The U.S. does not have control over TikTok information. It is definitely run by China. Definitely, just so y'all know. Definitely. And Trump was trying to ban it as well because he knew that this was a China-controlled app. Now, they do have, just so y'all are aware, right? So TikTok is definitely owned by a China conglomerate, but they do have people working for them that have to answer to the US government that are from the US. So when they are in court and they have to answer to these politicians about their rules and how they're storing, you know, all the information that is gathered by the people who are on TikTok, the people that they have hired getting paid lots of money are from the US. So if you just are looking at it from who's showing up to court, the faces, or you see the faces in like news articles, you would think, oh, TikTok is run by Americans. It is not. It is definitely run by China, and there is talks of having it banned. Again, this is not the first time. So what do y'all people that are on TikTok think of that? Would y'all be mad if they banned TikTok, you know, off of US users' phones and stuff? Like I said, I don't have TikTok, but I do enjoy when people share certain things from TikTok, you know, like the cooking stuff, and then like funny jokes, fashion, all that stuff. I do watch stuff that way because people are reposting it or they're sharing it, but I do not have the actual app downloaded on any of my devices. But tell me y'all thoughts. How would y'all feel if they banned it? Are you okay with foreign governments having like all of your images and your videos and certain data on your phone being stored on their app, and it's not even you know, it's not the US government, it's China China's government? What do y'all think about that? Even though we all know that there are other apps that are owned by the US that basically do the same thing, if not worse. I will tell you, if you have an Apple iPhone, Apple has a lot more security on their phones than Androids. So it's a lot harder for certain apps and stuff to steal your information if you have an Apple phone, but they're still stealing stuff. They're stealing, you know, certain words that you text, then you might see an ad pop up, because some apps you have to read the terms, and most people don't read these 50-page terms about how they can take stuff off of your phone and use your images and use all this shit. Most people do not use it. You know, most people don't read that stuff, but it happens. But the US is doing the same shit that China's doing, but the US is mad that they don't have the control over TikTok. So that's why they're trying to ban it. But all these other apps that the US is also getting information reported to them, they're okay with those because they're getting the information. Y'all see how this works? It's a crazy world we live in, but it is the world that we live in. And I don't like the feeling of anyone being able to steal any of my information. I don't care what it is. Instagram, which is owned by the same people, they steal so much of our information. I am on both of those apps, you know what I mean? So it's like, either you disconnect from the world completely and don't download shit, or, you know, you kind of do your due diligence and make sure that you're reading and maybe certain things that you can check off or on these apps, so you're not just willingly giving them certain information. Even though I feel like some of that shit is bullshit, even if you say, you know, don't track, don't do this, they still have the power if you're downloading their software to your phone. So yeah, tell me your thoughts about that. Like, how do y'all feel about these apps and things, you know, being stolen, your personal information, your images, your videos, like people being able to use those things, you know, however they're using them, because who the hell knows? We don't know. Like, if they're stealing our pictures, and, you know, that's what Nick Cannon was saying, why he took all his pictures off of Instagram at some point, because when he finally sat down and read what Instagram could do with his personal pictures, he's like, yo, these pictures don't even belong to you once you put them on these platforms. You know, who knows? They selling these pictures to other countries. I don't know, putting our heads on other people's bodies. Who knows, you know? who knows? That is definitely the world that we live in, and it's a scary damn world. Creed 3, you guys. Did you guys see Creed 3? I have not seen Creed 3 yet, but I wanted to mention it because it's two delicious looking brothers. Did y'all hear what happened with Michael Jordan? The girl, I forgot what her name is, Ariel, I don't know. She went to school with Michael B. Jordan real quick, and basically, I guess on her show, her podcast, she and a couple of other people may have called him corny or something like that. And then she was at the premiere of Creed and tried to interview him, and he remembered that shit and was like, oh, I'm corny, right? And it was a whole big thing on the internet. Some people felt that he was out of line. I did not. You have to remember how you talk to people and how you treat people, because you never know where in life you may run into these people again. That's why I'm always of the mind, be good to everybody. I don't care low, high, wherever they are in life. Everybody deserves respect. Everybody deserves a little bit of kindness. You know what I mean? I know in high school, like if you're just joking around, you know, your kids, it's not that serious, but people hold on to things. And she was saying that they made fun of him not just because he was corny, but because his name was Michael Jordan and he was just goofy, and he would come to class with his what the hell is it, his pictures, you know, that he was doing like movies, going to audition for movies and stuff. So he would have his shots with him. I was about to say mug shots, but headshots. Have his headshots with him, and you know, people used to make fun of that or whatever. So I get it. You know, I can see someone carrying that into adulthood. You know, people that made fun of you in high school, and now you're like this big, super paid superstar. Your body on flake. You know, like Michael Jordan is okay to me. Like, I think his body is perfection. I saw somebody wrote he looked like a nasty pastor or something. Like, they didn't see the appeal of Michael Jordan. I think he's cute. He wouldn't necessarily be my type, but Jonathan Majors, the one who's co-starring in the movie with him, yes, Jonathan Majors all day, especially with that body. He done, woo child, he done work that body right on out. So they also posted a picture, because this is what people do. When you become famous, you start making money, they trying to pull the world that we live in. They trying to pull up the ugly pictures, the drama, the scandals. Y'all know, it's just the nasty world that we live in. They pulled up a picture of Jonathan Majors, and this is Jonathan Majors, you guys, in case you don't know who I'm talking about. I've been talking about him in a couple videos, child. Before he became who he is now, he was a little skinny kid. He wasn't all bulky and muscular, but he still had a beautiful smile. I thought his smile was good. But you know, now he's all bulky and sexy and cut up. I like his aura, his energy. I've seen so many interviews with him. He's just very respectful. His family is from the South. You can tell that he was raised well. You know, he has a lot of respect for women and his elders, and he seems like a good guy. You know, I don't think that it's an act. Don't know, because he's an actor, but he seems like a pretty decent guy, and I just think he's fine. Okay, so yeah, Jonathan Majors, I don't think he's married or anything like that, but I like him and Michael together, you know, doing this movie. They are in the process of actually doing some more stuff. Jonathan Majors is out here, you guys, working very hard. I mean, he has been in like 7 things within the last year, maybe year and a half. But my baby out here working, okay? He out here working. So what y'all think? Did y'all see Creed 3? If you did, don't spoil it. I ain't see it, but I'm gonna see it, and I'm going to the movies to support it. I ain't going bootleg. And if you didn't see it, are y'all going to see it? Which one y'all like better? Who y'all think is fine or finer or not fine at all between Jonathan and Michael B. Jordan? Let me know in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. I want to know what y'all think. All right, what else we talking about? Tax season, y'all. I feel like I talk about this every year. When tax season comes around, you be knowing when people get their tax. Because people be busting out, y'all. Be busting out with all type of stuff, man. People be busting out with the new cars, the new kicks, the new everything, and then be having to start GoFundMe's like in freaking April. Do not ask me, I'm talking from personal experience, do not ask me for a freaking dollar in June because you didn't properly spend your, or do whatever you needed to do with your tax money. And then you spend it all up and then you don't have no money. I know people that get like 10 G's, yo. 10 G's because they have kids. Some work, some don't, and they still get a large amount in their taxes. And unless you like have investments, properties and stuff like that where you can write off stuff, you know, or you have kids, your taxes is pretty much gonna be real basic, right? I know somebody who get about 10 grand, it's 9,000 and something, almost 10 grand every year, and the child be broke in June, asking for money, can't pay her rent, can't do, no. Don't do it this year. Don't do it this year. You getting 10 G's and you can't make 10 G's last from April to June? Don't talk to me. I better not see not one mother flipping GoFundMe. I better not. Alright, what y'all doing with y'all tax money? I haven't filed my personal taxes yet, but we did file our business taxes already. Business taxes have to be filed a month before personal taxes. So we had to get those documents in order, you know, to submit to our person that does all our financial stuff. And I will tell y'all that I was a little annoyed because my husband waited to the last minute to ask me for certain documents, and I don't like to be under pressure. I'm a Virgo. We are super efficient, we are ahead of the game, super organized, like, so everything that he needed, or I thought he needed, I got to him. And then like the day of, he's like, oh, I need this, I need. Don't do it. Don't be stressing me out the last minute. But everything worked out. Business taxes have been filed. I just need to get my personal taxes done. Anyway, what else we got? Hold on, y'all. So, do y'all celebrate St. Patty's Day? So St. Patty's Day is this Friday, right? There was a big blow up between people that I know, and I'm gonna share this with y'all because it was a very interesting thing to me. And I sit back and mind my business, but I was definitely listening to the conversation like, So, two people that I know, one who is of African descent, the other one who is of Irish descent, had a discussion about St. Patty's Day. So, the person that is of Irish descent asked the person of African descent, hey, you gonna dress up for St. Patty's Day and come out and hang out with us and drink green beer? The person of African descent said, do you dress up on Black History Month and celebrate Black history with us and eat our food and celebrate our culture ever? And the person of Irish descent said, no. And the person of African descent said, exactly. No, I ain't dressing up for no St. Patty's Day. I ain't Irish. Y'all don't celebrate my people. You don't even give my people the respect. You don't talk about it. You don't do nothing. You don't care. You don't come to none of the functions. You don't do nothing. So I'm a fly on the wall, y'all. I'm like, wow. Like, I probably have thought about this before, but I don't get too involved. I don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You're not going to probably see me with nothing St. Patty's on. I have a lot of Irish friends, you know, colleagues or whatever, and I'm respectful. I'll even eat your corned beef and cabbage and stuff like that because that's of their culture. And sometimes in my office, people will bring in, you know, catered food or whatever for St. Patty's Day. I'll partake or whatever. But the other person who made that point that when it is Black History Month, you know, that's when we get to celebrate our culture. No one really partakes or cares. No one participates. It's just not a thing, right? So I thought that this person had a very good point. And when they asked the person of Irish descent, they had nothing to say and kind of like just ignored it and walked away. And I was like, wow. And the other person was like, yeah, see, I thought so. So you want me, this is what she said, you want me to get up here and put on your Irish stuff and dress my kids in t-shirts and stuff, and when it's time for you to celebrate me and my culture, you could care less. And I was like, that's a good point though, sis. That is a good point. For example, right, I know a young lady who is black, African descent, person of color, okay? She does not embrace that, right? She does not recognize anything black, African. Her kids are black. I just, it's very crazy to me. But she will celebrate, what is it called? Like, I forget the official name, but like Indigenous Peoples Day. She'll dress up, she'll dress her kids in like, indigenous costumes and headgear and stuff, and she's posting all day and posting stuff about the awareness. And I'm like, sis, why you don't do this for the black people? Because you're black. Now she has a smidge, her dad has a drop of Native American blood. So she just has wiped her African culture and blood out of her life, out of her kids' life. She don't celebrate that, talk about it, nothing. But Indigenous People Day, she all for it, child. She all. How do you only celebrate, or how do I say, expose your kids to? It's not even like they're full or half or 75% Native American. They may be like 3%, 4%. But this is what she does. It's like she's so embarrassed to be of African descent, but she's all proud to be 4% indigenous. I don't understand it. I know that there are people who struggle with identity and where they came from, the world that we live in. They try to demonize black people, but I'm never going to downplay me as being a black person, a person of color. I am mixed with a lot of different things, but you don't never really hear me say, oh, I'm mixed, because I'm black. My mom is black, my dad is black. Both my mom and my dad are mixed, but we are black. I was raised as a black woman, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, I know other parts of my culture, the mixed parts, but I know that I am black. Like, I won't go anywhere and choose one of those other parts over being black, because in this world, the world sees me as being black, and I'm identified as a black woman. So the whole conversation that was had with okay, you need to get out this lane, all y'all trucks doing 60 miles an hour. The conversation that was had with the two people I just told y'all about, I just thought it was interesting, and old girl had a good point, and I just sat back and sipped my tea, child, like, ooh, I guess if y'all want to talk about it, let's talk about it. What y'all think? Y'all let me know. I think that's all I got. That's all I got to talk about today, y'all, and that's good enough, because it's 37 minutes. I'm in front of some very slow trucks, so I'm gonna try to do a little maneuver so I could get in front of these trucks, because they really need to be. I'm about to flash my lights, y'all, because they don't need to be in these lanes. But I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all talking to me in the comments. I talked about a lot today. I really want to know what y'all thoughts are about some of these topics I brought up. Let me know what y'all thinking. I'll see y'all in the comments. Peace.